What are your favorite autism podcast episodes of 2022? I'm sharing today my top 10 and also some of my goals for the new year. Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Barbera, autism mom, behavior analyst, and best-selling author. Each week, I bring you some of my ideas about turning autism or signs of autism around. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do that now. So today we're sharing a short excerpt from podcast 208, and it is my annual top 10 podcast episodes of the year and my plans for 2023. Hope you love it. Okay, next podcast on our list is 185. And this podcast, I talked about how we don't recommend timeout and we don't recommend bribes and threats and punishment. And Rachel Smith, who is a big part of my team, she is my only full-time employee at this point. Rachel, I've known Rachel half her life, and she was on the podcast before, but she was bringing her little boy, who was newly 3 and typically developing, to my house. A couple of times she brought him in the spring and summer, and we were trying to get some videos for TikTok, which I joined this year, and we were trying to get some pictures because Rachel is great with, allowing us to use her kids for, showing different procedures. And now that I don't see kids one-to-one on a daily basis or anything like that, it really is hard for me to demonstrate or to show videos or pictures that are newer. So anyway, Rachel was bringing Everett down, and she came down twice in the span of a month or two. And I hadn't seen Everett for probably over a year. And so, he's newly 3, and he didn't want to sit, and he didn't want to, he was just not that flexible, and we were kind of on a time crunch, and it just didn't go well. And the second time he came, he actually threw things and hit his mom, and Rachel was, embarrassed, and she was almost in tears herself. He took a train as they were leaving and threw it at their car, which didn't damage the car, but just, he was really having a hard time. And Rachel had helped me create the No More Timeout course, which is now Turn Tantrums Around. She had helped, she had watched every piece of content I ever gave. But as those of you that follow me closely, I don't give a lot of what to do in the moment, because we want to spend 95% of our time preventing things. It's actually dangerous if I give you advice like, okay, if he throws the car, do this, because there's a whole lot more factors going on than I can give. So I don't give a lot of reactive strategies. But Rachel was pleading with me to tell her what to do. And so while she drove Everett home, I wrote up an email and, sent it to her. She was asking me what to do. So I was like, you're a great mom. I would do X, Y, and Z. And within literally days, he went from throwing things every single day, multiple times a day, to 0 throws in months. She now is able to take both her boys as well as her niece to amusement parks, because she totally trusts that Everett is not going to have any kind of tantrums. So that's a great episode. It is episode 185. It's a great one to listen to if you are having any kind of tantrums, throwing, or hitting, in any child, especially a toddler, and even without a diagnosis. I mean, all of these techniques work great for all kids, regardless of age or if they have a disability or not. And you will find some reactive strategies in there. I don't want to summarize it too much because you have to be careful. Like, everything I produce is for informational purposes only. But I know with Rachel, having all the background of the courses, having a master's in special education, I know that she's going to apply the information in a very positive, child-friendly way. She's going to report her results. So I consider 185 to be a reverse hot seat. Like, if I would have had a camera going, it was kind of a mess because, here we are, he's melting down. I'm Rachel's boss. Like, it's just uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to interfere. He's not my client. He does not have autism. So we really work out all of those kind of, conflicts of interest and issues in the middle of solving the problem quickly within days. Okay, next podcast I want to highlight, and we are getting towards the end. We have a few more to go. I don't know what number this is podcast 189 with a professional, a BCBA, seasoned BCBA for decades, Will Overfelt. And Will took the Verbal Behavior Bundle course, which I talk a lot more about the toddler course lately. But the Verbal Behavior Bundle, he needed his 32 BACB learning CEUs. Every 2 years, behavior analysts like me and Will need a certain amount of credits. He took the course, didn't join the community, which I always recommend you join the community. So I didn't know he was even in the course. And he got through the whole course, which the Verbal Behavior Bundle is lengthy. It's basically 32 hours long, for 32 learning CEUs. And then he wrote an excellent testimonial and posted it on his Facebook page, which we have been Facebook friends. I've never met him in person. I don't know him. I didn't know him really at all. And he wrote a glowing review called the Verbal Behavior Bundle accessible, functional, and rigorous. He said it was super practical for parents and professionals. He needed the CEUs. He kind of needed them in a hurry, which the course is all on demand. So if you want to binge watch it, you can do that. And it really is great, especially if you want to get better or more fluent at teaching basic and advanced language skills, self-care skills, social skills. We have so much. The Verbal Behavior Bundle is based on the VB map. So if you want to know how to program better from the VB map, I assure you the Verbal Behavior Bundle would be the answer. So that's podcast 189. In that, I have been really marketing more to parents, especially since my book Turn Autism Around came out in 2021. And now we get every single day, we get emails and we get posts on our Facebook communities saying, where can I find somebody that knows Mary's approach, that knows the Turn Autism Around approach? And up until now, I haven't really wanted to tackle a train the trainer model or something like that. But in Will's episode, I did kind of commit to looking at that in 2023, to really begin to pull together to create, probably with your help, if you're out there listening and this sounds good, it will most likely be for BCBAs, early intervention professionals, and probably some advanced parents to come in that know my approach. Maybe you've taken the course, maybe you've read the book, maybe you're a BCBA that uses the BB map. I'm not sure if I'm going to just start with the people who've completed the verbal behavior bundle or not. But if I were you, if this sounds interesting, I definitely would get on board. And you can go to marybarbera.com/courses, take the verbal behavior bundle course for professionals, and earn your BCBA CEUs, earn your early intervention contact hours, and email us and let us know that the Train the Trainer really sounds like something you might be interested in. Even if you're quote unquote just a parent, a gung-ho parent who's taken my courses and really feels called to help me spread the word, we're probably going to have some of the advanced parents in there. So we don't have like a survey. We don't really have a plan for how this is going to look. It's going to be very organic. You're going to help me create it in the new year. So email us at info@marybarbera.com and, make the subject Train the Trainer and let us know you might be interested. No commitment, but just let me know and I'll start that in the new year. I hope you enjoyed that short excerpt. If you want to hear my top 10 and see all the show notes with all the different episodes that I've highlighted, go to marybarbera.com/208. And if you liked it, I would also love a comment, thumbs up, share it with somebody that might benefit. And for more information about joining our online course and community, you can attend a free workshop at marybarbera.com/workshop. And I'll see you right here next week.